Well, welcome out there to the game show, Know Your World. Always a pleasure to be here as the host. I've got some regular contestants that are back on. They've been here many, many times, and believe me, they're very sharp. Most of these questions they answer, and sometimes they give more than just the answer that we need. Tonight we're going to have, there won't be a team or teams like we had in the past because of one contestant being out. That's Jerry Gunner. He had something personal to do this evening, but he'll be back in 3 weeks. But we've got CJ, king of the recallers, AK.
They call me a lot of things. I've never been called that yet.
Well, you're known as Jack Anderson of Fall River.
Hey, I do what I set my mind out to do, and I did exactly what I set my mind to do.
The recall is on its way.
That's right. Tomorrow night, or when they see this tonight, at 7 o'clock, there will be a Board of Elections meeting at the City of Fall River in the atrium, and everyone's invited to attend so that you can see if the citizens' vote is actually going to be heard.
Well, that's really good. Gabe, how are things going with you?
Good, can't complain at all. You know how it is, nobody listens.
Yeah, $3.1 million in shortfall.
That's correct.
After-
That's actually better than they were talking about. They were talking about 3.7 earlier.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they got this conversation about how you're working out a deal to pay it off. I mean, what's that about?
That I gotta find out.
Yeah, I mean, that's very interesting because the superintendent, who I think, sometimes is just blowing
I get
smoke.
too political.
Well, you let us go and you know what happens.
Glenn, how's things going over in Swansea?
We don't have a recall.
Glenn is
That can be arranged.
AKA Ringer.
But our town administrator resigned.
Oh, is that
because
right?
He took the town administrator's position and did him.
Okay.
Does it pay more?
Yes.
That's why.
50 grand more.
Well, you know what?
From what
All
I
right, let's,
understand.
Hey, you know what? Kathy Ann, there's a town administrator's position available over in Swansea. You might want to consider it.
Okay, let's get on with the show tonight.
Less money, I'm
But
sure.
yeah, but I'm
No, okay, we're going to start off with CJ. Every contestant will get an even number of questions, and there'll be a final question. So let's start off with CJ. And name the capital city of the Isle of Man.
The Isle of what?
Man.
The Isle of Man? The capital city of the Isle of Man. I have no idea.
Well, we'll move that over to Gabe.
You may as well move it over to next door here.
Oh, Glenn. Glenn, you know it.
No, I don't.
No, okay, so-
Because I remember reading it last week.
Because he's doing the research for these questions.
No. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. I know it's in the middle of the Irish Sea. I would say,
Okay, you don't know it.
I would say urban.
All right. The answer is Douglas.
Never would have figured that out.
Yeah.
That was a difficult one, but sometimes you come up with those.
Oh.
Okay, CJ, we're going to move that over to Gabe.
Okay.
What is the old name of the countries of Syria and Lebanon?
I would say they were both Syria.
No. Glenn, what were they known as? The old name?
Chaldea?
No.
You mean the really old name then?
Well, it's a really old name, but it's been mentioned quite a bit lately in the news because of ISIS.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's now I got Gabe. He's nodding because it's part of their name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give you too much more.
No,
so-
you're not giving me any. You're not giving me any more.
Okay, so you don't know what he.
Well, hold on. Give me a second here, because I mean, a name popped into my head, but I know that's not it. So,
Maybe it is.
Yeah, it could be, I know. No, I don't.
Okay. Levant, L-E-V-A-N-T. ISIS, ISIL, the L.
Yep.
All right. That wasn't an easy question, but anyway, we're going on to
I knew it wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Glenn. Glenn, what lake's level out west has dropped close to 100 feet?
I would say the Great Salt Lake.
No, out west.
Well, that's out west.
That's kind of in the middle.
No, it's out west. I've gone through Salt Lake City on the train.
All right, let's put it this way. How about in the southwest? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Lake Havasu?
No.
No?
Wait,
CJ?
Wow. And it's going down to, what, 100?
About 100 feet.
100 feet. Southwest. Not a clue.
Gabe?
Yeah, the only thing that I know is dropped, but it's not a lake, was the water around the Hoover Dam, but I'm not sure what it's
Lake
called.
Mead.
Lake Mead, yeah.
Lake Mead feeds Las Vegas. Dropping as we speak
Well,
today.
speaking about
Couldn't
water,
remember the name of the
speaking
lake.
about water, how about that California town which has none?
What?
There's a
Which-
town in California that has no water.
Which one?
Their,
There are
their
several.
wells, their wells have gone dry. It just became very noticeable.
Yeah, just within the last
Yeah,
couple of
just,
days. it
yeah,
was in the news.
last couple of days.
I can't remember.
Okay, CJ,
Got a water ban all over the state.
we're going to give you a marshmallow question.
I doubt it.
Name the Indian leader who was murdered by 2 Sikh bodyguards.
The Indian leader,
Not the American, over the other side.
I know, by saying Sikh, I knew what you were talking about.
That's the giveaway.
That's the giveaway, yeah. The Indian leader murdered by 2 Sikh bodyguards. Not a clue.
Okay, Gabe.
Forget her first name, Mrs. Budo.
Indian.
India.
Indira Gandhi?
Indira Gandhi.
And I was going to say Gandhi, but, you know.
Okay, Glenn, you're on a board. Alias the Ringer. All right, we're going over to, let's see, we started off with, all right, so we're going over to Gabe.
Was it, or is it?
No.
No, it's you.
Is it? Okay.
The Golden Temple is a holy place of what religious group?
Golden Temple?
Mm-hmm.
Buddhism?
No.
Golden Temple. I was going to say Buddhism. There is a Muslim.
Okay.
Russian Orthodox?
No. CJ.
He took away one of my answers, so. The only thing I can think is the Shaolins.
No, Sikhs.
Sikhs?
Remember they sent the Indian army into the temple, and there was a massacre. They were held up in that temple. That was a number of years ago. I thought maybe the first question would bring you to.
Are you talking about the massacre by General, what's his name? Where he even brought in the machine guns? I didn't think of that being called the Golden Temple, but okay, I'll believe it.
It's the Golden Temple.
I believe you.
It wasn't that long ago,
Mhm.
and it was the religious group is the Sikhs. Okay, that was Gabe. We're going over to Glenn. Give the name of the Turco-Mongol conqueror.
Boy. Constantine?
CJ.
Khan.
Not quite.
Genghis Khan.
No. Tamerlane the Great. Okay, Turco-Mongol. All right. let's get on to something, that was Glenn, and we're going to go over to CJ. Boston Tea Party was done by what group of people? And not the recallers.
I was going to say, the recallers just had it down on the Taunton River with the purple bags.
That was a Fall River Tea Party.
Do you want the legendary group that supposedly did it, or do you want the actual group that did it?
Well, there's a
Because the
name.
legendary group that did it is the Freemasons. In case you didn't know that history from,
We
they
want
left the
name of the group.
the name of the group,
What was the name of it? They had a certain group. Certain.
the Sons of Liberty.
You got it. That's it. That's it.
Well, because that's Masonic heritage. They left the Tavern of Grapes. They held their meeting in the Tavern of Grapes. They recessed their meeting, left, dumped the tea in Boston Harbor, and went back and reconvened their meeting.
So it was sour grapes?
Yep.
Okay.
But it was the Freemasons, and you can find that history at the Crocker Library up on Tremont Street in the Grand Lodge of Masons in Massachusetts.
Good for that additional history, CJ. All right, we're over to Gabe, and, well, name the deepest lake in Russia. Matter of fact, it's the deepest lake in Russia and the world, if that helps.
No clue.
Glenn?
Black Sea?
No, a lake.
It's a lake.
No.
All right, well, anyway, it's not the right answer.
I don't have the answer either. I was going to say, is Atlantis there? But
Lake Baikal. Lake Baikal.
McCall?
B-A-I-K-A-L. Lake Baikal. Very,
oh, I thought you were sounding like a bird there for a moment.
no, so with CJ. Okay, so we're over to Glenn.
Yes.
Well, I can't give you this question.
What is it?
That's a good question. It's not completed for some reason.
Where are those writers? I'm telling you. That must be one of those Jeopardy questions.
Name
you
the
hear about
British
that?
general that captured, and that was the end of the question. All right, so we're over to Glenn, right?
Yes.
And, okay, name the musical instrument that has a short handle attached to a round ball.
Short handle. Attach to a round ball.
No? Okay, over to CJ.
A maraca?
You got it, that's it.
I would have had my first one.
All right.
I see. I was going to say, is it ball in a cup? But
Hey, I thought your brain was fried.
it is. It's absolutely, I've only got 2 points. Come on.
Maybe you should fry it more often.
No, really.
Okay, the sea east of the Crimea is named what?
East.
The sea east of the Crimea. Okay. Must be the East Crimean. Dum, 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 da, da, dum.
No?
I don't think I have it. No.
Glenn?
I was going to say Black Sea. No?
You have a thing for that today, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you short on salt?
Well, he may be right at some point.
Yeah, true.
All right, CJ.
Repeat the question, please.
The sea east
The
of the
sea
Crimea,
east of the Crimea.
is named what?
And it's not the Black Sea. So, what other sea could it be?
All right, we're going to move on. It's the Sea of Azov.
You get that.
You
that
get the
would- yes.
Crimea, the Black Sea is down below, south. But to the east,
I would have never guessed that one either.
you have the small sea, the Sea of Azov.
There's a
I mean,
song,
there's been
you
a lot
know,
of
sea, but-
a lot of news about that whole area, so it wasn't. I can try to make it wasn't made to
Why
be a
does
trick.
it seem that we're all stupid today?
Okay, that was
Yeah, we're going to have to put a soccer score.
who we down to now?
Gabe.
I think I got the question.
That was
Okay,
yours.
okay.
Glenn. All right, Glenn. What state is called the land of the midnight sun?
Black Sea? The land of the midnight sun? United States?
Yeah,
See, the land of the midnight sun. I would say Alaska.
you can say that again because that's the
That was
correct
it.
answer.
Very good.
And that borders the Black Sea.
See, eventually you would get it. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. All right, so we're over to CJ. Name the city that served as a temporary capital of the USA.
A temporary capital
Yeah,
of the USA.
yeah. Before Washington, D.C.
Only thing I can think is Philadelphia.
No, no,
New York.
no.
Before Washington, D.C.? Okay. Philadelphia, New York. I'm going to say Boston.
No. I was hoping you would say Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh.
Wow,
All
I
right.
hadn't heard that at all.
See, I do know
See,
that
they recalled Annapolis, and then
I do know
Washington, D.C.
I do know that John Adams left and established the government out of Braintree because he left because of the time away from his wife, and he went to his farm, and he spent the balance of his presidency at his farm.
Okay. Let's
Something
move
else
on.
you learn,
And
You're on fire today.
let's
Yeah.
see.
but none of them get me a point.
Are we over to Gabe now?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes, it's you.
Okay. Gabe, what Tsar studied shipbuilding in Holland and in England?
Peter the Great.
You got it. On a board.
Yay!
On a board. It's a tight game.
Yeah, the problem is it's too tight.
Because somebody's pitching shutouts.
You got time. Let's move it along. We're over to Glenn. Juan Carlos, who sits on the Spanish throne, is from what family? Name that family.
Seville?
No, the family. CJ?
Repeat the question.
Yep. Juan Carlos, who now sits on the Spanish throne, is from what family?
DeMarco?
The Bourbons.
You got it, the Bourbons. Wow, that was, you just kind of put that right out, Gabe.
Well, he drinks that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I did.
Okay, are we over to
No, yeah, you're over to me now, I guess.
CJ? All right. Okay, in agriculture language, a harvester and a thresher in one machine is called a what?
A harvester and a thresher are called what? George Bush. Harvester and thresher. Not a clue.
Gabe?
I don't think I can. I don't have it.
A reaper?
Combine. So obvious that it's like
Combination.
you don't kind of think of it.
Told you,
Combine.
all our brains are fried today. It's because
Yeah.
of the new set that they're building. The
Yeah.
chemicals are starting to,
leach
cause
into
brain.
the
Yeah,
air.
yeah, it's leachate in the air.
Okay, we'll go over to Gabe and name the longest river in Ukraine.
The Danube.
No. Danube stops at the Black Sea.
Volga?
Volga is the mother river of Russia. Ukraine. The longest river in Ukraine is, CJ, you get it right on the tip of your tongue. Go ahead. Okay, you don't.
I do, because we've said it here before, and I just can't.
Okay, the Dnieper.
That's what came to my mind afterward.
We've said that. We've had that one before.
Okay, over to Glenn.
Well, no. Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Glenn.
Okay, name the large two rivers in France and in Germany that begin with the letter R?
Rhone, Rhine.
Good for you.
Talk about giving an easy one.
It was easy.
Yes.
Aye.
Well, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Well, it's the way it goes. All right, CJ. So you got an easy one now, CJ.
No, I won't.
Name the capital city of Florida.
The capital city of Florida?
Yeah.
Is that Mickey Mouse? I mean, seems to be Disney. Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. See that? You got a soft one here too. It's a close game. All right, we're over to Gabe. And all right, Gabe. The second largest city in Iraq is called what?
You know, I should know by now. You've heard these over and over. Mosul?
Mosul. That's good.
Very good.
Yep. Gabe.
Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot of getting it.
Yeah. Just captured by ISIL. Oh, ISIS.
Right.
Glenn?
You know I have ISIS's music?
Okay. Don't say that too loud.
I can play it here.
We don't want the SWAT team to come in. Light travels at what speed? Glenn?
You should know that.
Over to CJ?
186,000 feet per second.
No.
Okay. I picked the number at the top of my head.
You had it right, except
Yeah.
for one thing. 186,000 miles.
Miles.
Per second.
Yeah.
Per second.
Yeah.
I knew I had something. I
Yeah,
picked,
you
know.
were
Yeah.
there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the distance.
Yeah. Okay.
You got the hard part.
That's right.
Gabe, we're going to, is that Glenn now?
No, that's me now.
All right, CJ.
That's right.
All right.
And Gabe is...
No, you just
No.
missed it.
No,
You
but
asked-
he missed it, and it went to.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't cheat.
No.
Hey, I am not a liar.
All right, then. Name the galaxy that Earth is part of.
It's made by the M&M Mars Company, and I think it's called Milky Way.
Milky Way. Good for you.
No, it's not Three Musketeers.
Good for you. CJ. Okay. Okay, over to Gabe, and name the 3 Baltic states.
Oh, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania.
Good, good.
See, and I thought it was basketball, baseball, and football. So you got better than me.
All right. Okay, Glenn? Oh, this is a good one. Who was the biggest English spy for the Soviet Union? Give us his name.
Don't know.
CJ, you're into that stuff.
I am usually into that stuff.
You're the unknown private eye.
I am the
Fall
unknown
River.
private investigator, but as I said, my brain is fried. I'm sucking in all this chemical stuff.
Okay.
So I'll just throw out, a crazy name like Mata Hari, knowing it's wrong.
Well, let's get serious now, because Mata Hari, I think that was World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe?
No.
Kim Philby.
What?
Kim Philby.
Philby.
Very.
He also created the Pillsbury Doughboy. Oh, no, wait, that was the Philberry Doughboy. That's
I
right.
mean, he was giving the Soviet Union, buckets of information, so to speak. All right, so
CJ.
CJ.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, CJ. You always get the easy ones. What 2 countries comprise the Iberian Peninsula?
What 2 countries comprise the Iberian Peninsula? Let's see. Spain and Portugal,
Oh, boy.
which, by the way, something that the Portuguese community does not realize, you are Hispanic under federal law.
There you go.
So you can check that box off when they're doing hiring preferences. Serious, you can.
All right.
So you should know that. Use it.
Gabe. All right. We're gonna last two questions, and we're gonna get to the final. Texas is known as what state?
You mean nickname?
Yeah,
The Lone Star State.
Lone Star State. Good.
That was the easiest
Gabe?
question all,
Okay,
All night.
last question, and we're going to get to the final. Last question to Glenn. In World War II, how long did it take for Germany to conquer Denmark?
One day.
You got it. How did you get that?
Just a wild guess.
A wild guess. You're right. It was a lazy morning. By breakfast time, Denmark had already surrendered. One day.
We got less than 3 minutes.
Because
Yeah.
they were not eating their Danishes.
That's right, they didn't eat their Danish that day.
the
Yeah,
Germans ate
that's
porter
right.
Yeah, that's true.
instead of strudel that day.
All right. Place your bets, gentlemen. This is a question of English monarch history. Okay, you're going to name the person that I'm going to read a quote, and you're going to give me the name of the person I'm quoting. And here's the quote. Quote, he knew not his own mind first till he knew the king's. And that's, the king was James I. And don't say a city councilor.
Wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to get a king's name, or who you were supposed to, this
No,
is
the
who
name of the person that the
who
said the
stated
quote.
that.
quote.
Okay,
I'll give it to you again. This is the, I want you to name the person,
okay.
but this has to do with English monarch history. I want you to give me the name of the person, and the quote is, he knew, this person, he knew not his own mind first, till he knew the king's. And this person was obviously alive when King James I was on the throne.
We don't have any time, so.
So, okay, we're going to start off with Clenn.
Cromwell?
No, and we'll go over to.
How much did I bet?
Let's try.
How much did he bet?
0.
Okay, 0. Glenn, you got a 0 bet, so you end up with 4. CJ,
3 bet, and I don't have an answer.
you bet 3.
Yep. So I have a 2 vote.
2.
I guess the same thing as Glenn Cromwell,
And how much did you bet?
0.
Well, you end up
You
with.
win. I told you were going to win.
Gabe, you end up with 6.
It didn't look that way from the
Okay,
longest
so-
time.
Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon. Okay, thank you for being watching out there, and don't forget Friends of Cook Pond dinner dance, October 25th at the VFW in Tiverton. You'll have a nice time. Doors are going to open at 6 o'clock. Nice meal and dancing thereafter. Tickets are only $15, so let us know.